Alright, now question 4. They gave us a very long statement and it's very informative. Iphethe information esizoyidinga kwi-diagram uma sesiyobala sesiyochaza. Alright, but ke sizofunda. So let's understand the diagram. 2 blocks A and B. Now I'm a block A, no B, are connected by a string of negligible mass. Underline la negligible mass. So by connected in a string nasi intambo of negligible mass. And then the mass, the amount of matter in a given body measured in kilograms. So the mass of A is 4 kg. So we messed up block A with 4 kg. And the mass of B is 2 kg. So block B or 2 kg one. Alright. Block B now is pushed. Block B is pushed by a force Z. Block B is pushed by a force Z of magnitude. So size kale force pusher iyawupusha ayimphuli ayimdonsi. It is a push. It is being applied on the object, exerted on the object. Okusho ukuthi mawudweba i-force diagram izophuma kanje. Yakuyidwebe lapha ingene uyidweba iphuma. Of 40 newtons in magnitude yakhona, acting at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal. The coefficient of kinetic friction between block B and the horizontal surface is 0.25. So the coefficient la, so ibhalwe UK is 0.25. Coefficient of kinetic friction. And then what else do we have? Block A experiences a frictional force of 9.8 newtons during its motion. So A ukhona FK la or 9.8 newtons. We have now you can say add on our diagram. Yeah, it's a diagram. The system accelerates to the right. Never? Alright, so we're going to move. Negligible mass. Negligible mass. Baqonda ukuthi le ntambo la inesindo esincane ngale ndlela ukuthi it does not affect noma it has minimal effects, which means ayisindi ngalo ndlela ukuthi ungaze uzunaka isindo sayo. It's not like mhlambe intambo mhlambe yokudonsa mhlambe imoto njengeketanga into enesindo cha. It's probably something light nje babesho ukuthi yini, it is a string. Intambo, this string is very light njengentambo eyitathula ama shoelaces. Into nje encane or le eyokudlala i-spinning top. Into nje which has negligible mass, i-mass ongeke uyinake. And then accelerate. So the system accelerates to the right. So the system, everything la accelerates to the right, which means it accelerates to the right, which means if velocity increases by a certain number or by a certain speed per second. You understand short. So now we know sinama objects also A no B. Who A has a mass of 4 kg, who B has a mass of 2 kg. And both of them are connected by a string of negligible mass, which means the string NMS encane tension exists between that string. And then block A experiences a frictional force of 9.8 newtons. So that's the unit frictional force. It is the force that opposes an object's motion and X parallel to the surface. But this is kinetic frictional force. It is the force that opposes a moving object's motion. The object because it is not static. It's not static friction, it is kinetic friction. So that's the difference. But this is the size. This is the magnitude that the friction exists between A. But we can get the friction exists between B. Why? We have any coefficient. But steady coefficient use 0.25. It has no units on it, so it's just 0.25. And then we have peluti if friction ilingana the coefficient times the normal force. But the normal force it is affected. It is affected by this So now the normal force is not equals to just any weight. In this case, it is equals to weight plus any component, vertical component of ulokunjan, force Z lo or actor on block B. Yeah, so Pascal, when we get to umbuzo, that will need us to explain more or more so you can calculate. We now know everything that is here, and then Nancy diagram is. So what I'll be doing, manje, I'll be removing the statement. So when you can take a screenshot of Lombuzo ube now, or you could copy it down a book in la blank or practice angalo, and then we can start answering my questions now. But again, when mawukuthi udinga ukuthi le question paper ube nayo esandleni, uzosend i-message ku-WhatsApp usicele sikunikeze, and then uzohamba uye-printer. For example, on every community kuba khona indawo, probably i-library or indawo nje mhlambe njenge yokuphotocopy mhlambe. Usually mhlambe kuba u2 or 3 a page. Okusho ukuthi it is something ongakwazi ukuthi uyenze uliprinte ube nayo esandleni liphepha. Asiyeni kumbuzo wokuqala under question 4. Alright, now kumbuzo wokuqala. 4.1 for 5 marks. Draw a free body diagram to show all the forces acting on the 2 kg block. So ngokutshela ngathi nje mina la ekhaya, if ubuka ama-video la esi-info class, uyazi ukuthi yama free body diagram amamaki nje abasipha wona. Amamaki abasipha wona. Why? Ama-answers ala ama-answers ethu. So uyazi i-free body diagram yona yile whereby i-object siyiveza as i-dots, which means ngeke siudwebe lo 2 kg lona, le mass le of 2 kg cha. The whole object will be represented as a dot. Isho njalo phela ilo yokudweba ini ama-free body diagram. So asidwebe ke lo dot. Now dotting. So now 2 kg. What we know is first things first. We have the normal force, we have any weight. Any normally no weight. But normally kuzomela uyidwebe slightly longer than any weight. Okusho ukuthi le yini FG lo weight is lo yini and why am cool nona lo, as you will see right now. And then what else do we have, folk? We have Z ozala kanje in there Z, and then we also have the tension there. And then siphinde sibe nani the frictional force. Yes, you know, 5 marks means 5 forces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, but okay, why did I draw the weights even in terms of the length of the arrow compared to normal force? Because yes, uma uba surface kuyalingana. Alright, kunento ekanje nayo engifuna uyikreme or uyifunde but ngifuna ungayikhohlwa ngenxa yokuthi affect ama calculations akho. If une object la kwitafula and then the object bayidonsa kanje with a certain force, normal force is equals to weight minus the y component yaleyo force. Kodwa uma le object ihlalele kanje and then iyangena force ingena kuyona man, so normal ilingana ne weight plus leyo component ke yani yaleyo force. Uyabona umehlo? So which means la njengoba iyangena, which means we have to add weight plus ne component, which is why normal force phela ngoba ihlanganiswe weight plus ne component ingakho iba nkulu kune weight. Yabo? So i diagram yethu iyona eyenza understanding kancane, yabo, njengoba sengichazelile. So lo what uthi ngichazele So this is how we answer question 4.1. Look, draw a free body diagram showing all the forces acting on the 2 kg block for 5 marks. Our cycle forces are called. Example, you can make UZ into its components, but ama forces are 5. See now. Asiyeni kumbuzo olandela. Now question 4.2 for 4 marks. So the magnitude of the vertical component of Z is 20 newtons. Okusho la kukhona i-vertical component ebheke ezansi ewubani 20 newtons. Into abayishoyo. So calculate the magnitude of the kinetic frictional force experienced by block B. Siyazi ukuthi kinetic frictional force, it is the force that opposes the motion of an object. Kodwa siyazi ukuthi i-object kumele kube object which is in motion or which is moving. Angithi? Alright. And then we have siyazi multiply i-coefficient ne-normal force. But ngitshelile-ke mina ukuthi mayingena i-force kwenzakalani. Mayiphuma i-force kwenzakalani. Mayingena you add in i-component, i-y component ne-weight to get i-normal force. Mayiphuma i-force you subtract in i-weight ne-component. Okusho ukuthi sesiyazi nje ukuthi Fn, the normal force, is equals to ini i-weight plus uzy kahle kahle. Yabo, the y component. Siyazi-ke phela ukuthi i-weight is mg plus zy. Angithi? Mg, the mass is 2. Gravitational acceleration, we check up with data sheet ngemuva, but as you know, it is 9,8 plus 20. Must change the level to 20. So our final answer is 2 times 9,8 equals over 19,6 plus 20, and then 19,6 plus 20 uyosinikeza u-39,6 newtons. Yini leyo? I-normal force yethu. Uyabona ukuthi ngenze njani? Ngithe mina i-normal force ilingana ne-weight plus in. Because iyodwa phela i-force ezoba vertical. Yabo? Ezoba vertically upwards. And then naye nge-vertically downwards. Kukhona nge-vertically downwards la. Yabo? So uyazi lawa u2 are downwards, showcase mina lingana le yodwa upwards. Yabo? Iyona into eyenzekile. So sesinayo ini i-normal forces. Siyazi kodwa ukuthi i-friction is the component, the coefficient njalo yani ye-kinetic friction multiplied by the normal force. Okusho ukuthi ilo 0.25 abasinikeze wona nobani no 39,6 newtons. And then so bese sithola ini i-friction yethu. Uzothatha i-calculator nawe and then mase uyabala 0.25 multiplied by 39,6 u9,9 sinikeza u9,9 newtons. 9,9 newtons, which is almost the same ngala ku 9,8. Yabo? Ngala it experiences more friction. Why? The force, le kune applied force that is pushing it towards its surface more. Yezindile kulula ukudonsa i-object engaphushelwa phansi kune object ephushelwa phansi, which is why ibe slightly more in the kinetic frictional force of block B when you compare it to the kinetic frictional force of block A. So for 4 marks esikwenzile was basitshela ukuthi i-component u20. Yabo? Ngokusitshela kwabi i-component u20 sebethini ke manje. Hayi, shuthi bathi asilokhonje isithole i-normal force kuqala. Why sidinga i-normal force? Ngoba phela i-equation ithi i-coefficient times i-normal force, and i-normal force sesiyazi ukuthi it is not equals to just to mg, but mg plus i-component yale applied force on a block B, which is why ngala sabahlanganisa bobabili and we got to 39,6. Okuyibona esim-substitutile on this formula sathola bani u9,9. So for 4 marks ikona okade kubalekile ade kumele ukwenze. Asambe sekumbuzo olandelayo. Alright, so for 5 marks, calculate the magnitude of the tension in the string by applying Newton's second law of motion separately to each of the blocks separately, which means Newton's law of motion but we're only looking at any horizontal forces. If free body diagram, you have 4 kg. Ukona any lo, and then we have any friction, nothing else. So for block B, siyazi ukuthi F net is equal to MA. Siyakwazi lo. So our CT right is positive. Our right is positive. Therefore T minus the friction is nikeza MA. So T minus the friction yethu basinikile as 9,8. So we substitute 9,8 is equal to mass of 4. A as mass, so 4A. So therefore T is equal to 4A plus 9,8. That's the dealer for block A. This is little T in terms of A God. So for block A, man, now corner says T right is positive. And then so T manja F net is equal to MA. Yaba? La free body diagram yakhona we have ZX law, and then we have any tension, and then we also have any friction. Once the right is positive, so therefore ZX, the horizontal force of X minus the tension minus the friction is equal to MA. So horizontal component is going to be ukhumbule la ukuthi uZX uzoba uZ cos theta. So therefore kuzoba u40 cos of 30 minus T minus lo 9,8 uzosinikeza MA. Ubanikeke uM u2 in this case, so 2A. So okusho ukuthi kahle kahle 4 cos 30 minus 9,8 minus 2A is equal to tension. So ngithathe lo ngamzisa ngala and then uthi ngamisa ngale, and then senzo minus alaba ngicalculate. So uma ngisebenzisa i-calculator ngibala u4 cos 30 minus 9,8 ileyo answer engizobe sengiyibhala la ngezansi, and then ngiyi-subtract ngo2A. So remember i-calculator yakho kuzomela uyifake kwi-scientific, I mean uyi-flash ekuqala ukuze ukwazi ukuyisebenzisa. Why? Kunama settings ozobe kade wasebenzisa previously, mhlawumbe ubusebenza ka-maths or anywhere else. Loma settings azolimaza ama-answers akho. Unless uyayazi i-calculator yakho uyabona ukuthi isendaweni e-right, uzokwazi ukuthi sibale. So omunye angasebenzisa i-trigonometry asebenzise ukuthi abale without i-calculator, ngokuthi asebenzise cos 30 ukuthi u√3/2. So 4 times √3/2 asinikeze u2√3. But ke sizosebenzisa i-calculator ukuze sikwazi ukubala lezi ibalo lezi. Alright, so mawuqephaza u4 cos 30 minus 9,8. Remember uyakwazi ukubala without i-calculator, but izokulimaza leyo nto mainly because uzo round off wrong, and then i-answer yakho mesenze njani i-affect ama-answers azayo, which is why uzomele uyisebenzise i-calculator uyithole exactly in decimal form. So 4 cos 8 and then minus u9,8 usinikeza u-negative 6,335, ukusho ukuthi 6,34 minus 2A is equal to T. Iyona formula entsha yethu ke le. So minus 6,34 minus 2A is equal to T. So umbuzo wogcina lo under question form. So we can remove diagram and focus on calculation because we're done with everything else. Alright, so see now equation 1 and we have equation 2. Lo equation 1, lo equation 2. Nangula 1 and then nangula 2. Remember? So esizokwenza manje is to equate them. Why? They are both equal to t. Ukube means ngabe we are solving for a simultaneous equation. It's the same thing. It is just that the only difference la uyayitholela wena ma equation. Okusho ukuthi equation 1 ulingana no equation 2 kahle kahle. Yabo? So 4a plus 9.8 imela sinikeze minus 6.34 minus 2a. Yabo nje equation 1 ngawufaka nje bunjalo, equation 2 ngawufaka nawo njengoba bunjalo. Yabo? So now it is a linear equation. We are solving for the unknown, the acceleration in this case. So sizokwazi ukuthi 4a la ama like terms 4a no 2a, so 2a uzokwazi ukuya ngaku 4a, but once weqa equals ukwenzakalani ushintsha isign, so uzoba plus 2a is equals to ngala khona minus 6.34, so lo uzoya ngale abe minus 9.8. Okusho ukuthi 4 plus 2 is 6a ozosinikeza ba minus 6.34 minus 9.8 minus 16.14. But as you know, as funny, 6a is funu a, so sizo divide by 6 now so 2, and then cancelani, so a is equals to, and then 16.14 divided by 6, 2.69 negative meters per second. Okusho ukuthi itension yethu isizokuba nini? 4 times negative 2.69 plus 9.8. Since I'm substituting manje, so now itension yethu isizokuba 4 multiplied by negative 2.69 plus 9.8. It is negative 0.96 newtons. So you're in there. Tension yesu esesiyitholile. Ngakho ke if you know how to equate ama formulas akho uzokwazi ukwenza njani ukuyisolve for tension regardless of ama equations akho. You can start with tension straight, which means uwenze i-acceleration as a subject of the formula. Ngakho ke when you equate la uzothola tension same time, kanti mina ngenza tension the subjects of the formula. Okusho ukuthi ngizosolve for any i-acceleration eqala and then sengiyayithatha ngiyoyi-substitute on any of my equation ngizothola any tension yami. So sesobonana ku question 5.